Hello everyone, welcome back to Bad Toy Reviews. As you see here in front of you, today we have two more G.I. Joe Classified Series figures. On the left we have Zartan, on the right is Firefly. Firefly was a Target exclusive and Zartan is just now starting to hit shelves. I acquired both of them in a trade with a gentleman I met on Facebook. There's the side. And of course, because Firefly is the Cobra Island Target exclusive, there's the map of Cobra Island on the back, and Zartan just has the generic G.I. Joe stuff. Here we have more cryptic things on the back of it. Some of them are easy to figure out. This probably means mercenary. This probably means there's no file information. This, I don't know. This, of course, Master of Disguise. Demolitions expert, no file, assassin, probably, and builder, I guess, maybe, I don't know. This one, though, no clue. So anyway, let's get these open and take a look at them. And here they are out of their boxes with all of their accessories on, which we will take a look at one by one. So let's take a look at Zartan first. Move Firefly out of the way. As far as accessories goes, Zartan comes with this monkey paw and a snake head that clip onto his belt. I spent some time wondering which went where, but if you look at them there, I think the peg hole on the snake clip is not the same. Well, I guess it is the same size. So I suppose you could put it wherever you want. Let's try it the other way. I might actually like that better. Uh-oh. Let's get that pegged in. Maybe they're not the same. The monkey paw goes in very easily there, and the snake head very easily there, so maybe they are slightly different. I have a pair of calipers, but for now we'll just leave them like this. They do stay in very well. They don't just fall out. And they swing freely, so it gives him full range of motion without worrying about him. He comes with, take his pack off, we'll talk about that in a second. Comes with this knife that sheaths here on his back. You'll see a lot of detail in the sheath, which is nice. And there's the actual knife with the handle. So a lot of good detail on these figures. The Classified series has been pretty good about that for the most part. Here is Zartan's blaster that he comes with. He does not have a holster on his leg or anything, but there are two pegs here, so I'm just sticking it on one of the pegs. His backpack is dual service. It also serves as the storage place for his disguise, as well as, you know, it's not just smooth stuff in there. They make it look like this is what produces the masks, which is very cool. It'd have been nice if you could, you know, if there was a thing here on the bottom where you could seat that, or if it opened like a clamshell. But the problem with something like this opening like a clamshell is you open and close it enough and you can't open and close it anymore because it just breaks. But here's the one side without the mask in it. And here's the other. Again, lots of nice detail in there. You can see some of the different paint and everything that was used. Very, very nice detail. There's detail there at the top. And of course, not a lot on this because that just pegs into his back. As far as the mask goes, here is the mask. No idea who this is supposed to be. You can even see there a face inside the mask. So, very, very cool. Taking a look at Zartan himself, this is the only piece, I believe, that was reused, and this is a piece from the Cobra Viper. A little neckerchief there. His hood is removable, and even though it's removable, again, you know, it stays on, which is nice. But there is Zartan's face. And if you wish to display this mask, it just sits on his face. And again, it doesn't just fall off. So his hood goes back on, even with the other face on it, and stays on very well. But let's take this off. As far as I'm concerned, the extra face is an accessory, not something he's going to be displayed with. Maybe displayed with the backpack open. But let's take a look at Zartan himself. You'll see there, this chest armor is a softer plastic, but there is no way to remove it without doing some boiling pop. The shoulder pads here are connected as one piece, but they do allow flex so that he maintains a full range of motion, which is nice. He does have a butterfly joint that you can see right there to let him bring his arms closer in. And here's the back of it. I like the armor look on this. It's really good. There's more of the sheath. You'll see his belt there is also very, very detailed, very textured. And the boots. And around on the front, we've got shin guards. And of course his thigh plates here. And the Dreadnought symbol belt buckle. The interior of all the boxes, you know, that have the Joe or the Cobra logo. And this one does have the Dreadnought logo, which is cool. So there are his arm gauntlets. Even his gloves are... See if I can get it to focus on just the glove. There we go. Even the gloves have a textured look on them, which is really nice. Have very few complaints out of this classified series line. You know, it hasn't been around for a long time, so there's not a whole lot of parts reuse. But in the Cobra Viper video, you know, you saw that it is using Duke's torso. But here's a better look at the hood. You'll see there more of that reptilian skin kind of look on it, along with the cloth. And there's the inside. And it seats very nicely right on top. So very, very pleased with the Zartan figure. And here's Firefly. So there's a look at the front of Firefly. I could be mistaken, but this is mostly a beachhead body. But of course this torso piece here is different. The downside to the torso piece, there is an ab crunch in there. But this piece is not going to allow him to utilize it at all. And like everything else, there's no way to remove it without removing parts of his body. The shoulder piece here, like the shoulder piece on Zartan, is connected, but it's softer material, so he does maintain most of his full range of motion. This piece here is an added-on piece, but it is glued in with the 3 grenades on it. So accessories for Firefly are these goggles, which sit on his head very nicely and can come down and completely cover his eyes, which is cool. But they'll also just sit there, not like the problem with the Viper goggles where they never really seat. His backpack contains all of his accessories, which this is great design. Here is his little rifle with the peg on it to peg it in here on the side of the backpack. So it goes right there. The dynamite seats on the bottom of the backpack. See there, we've got a bundle of dynamite and a peg there with the corresponding hole for it there. The drone, if you fold the drone up and pull it out, you'll see the feet for the drone seat in the backpack, like so. And then it just folds over. And it can be pegged on him like this. You know, maybe the drone is even strong enough for him to sort of fly around. I don't know. I haven't played the video game, so I can't comment on that. But there is one more accessory lurking here, which is the pad, presumably to control the drone, which seats here inside this little area, which is very, very cool. Again, they put a lot of detail in there that, you know, didn't necessarily have to put in there. The little circle where the pad seats didn't have to be there, but it is. So it seats very nicely, and we'll put all of his accessories. The Dynamite seats specifically like this. You'll see there's a little ridge inside the Dynamite there, and the little ridge missing there. So it seats very specifically like that. And we'll put the drone back in. Just slide the tips of the feet in and fold it over. And we'll even put his blaster back on, because I'm very impressed at the design that went into this figure, because it all looks very compact. It doesn't look super bulky. You know, realistically, someone could move around with this sort of pack on. And you've got the drone there at the top. So, very impressed with the design that went into this. Some close-ups of Firefly there. You have his facial expression sort of scarring on his left side there. Close up at the armor on the back with the shield that comes down over his bottom there. The shoulder pauldron, which, as I said, is a softer material, so it does allow for more range of motion on it. And there's the front of his plate carrier, and this piece of armor here. The buckles are all done in a very shinier paint to make them stand out. So, very, very impressed with the Firefly figure. Very cool figure. It's a shame it was so hard to come by. I never saw them at my local Target. Luckily, I was able to trade with a nice gentleman in Ohio. And Zartan, we'll put him all back together. And there are the two of them there. On a whole, I'm very pleased with them. I was talking to a friend of mine today about how difficult collecting has gotten, especially with retailer exclusives. But maybe that's a video for another time. But as these were both, well, Zartan's not a retailer exclusive. It's just starting to roll out and isn't everywhere yet, so it can be a little hard to come by. Some people are finding them at Walgreens. I'm sure if I had ordered one through the Big Bad Toy Store, it would have come when my Cobra Troopers came. But for now, the Vipers and the Cobra Infantry, Roadblock, the Baroness, and Firefly were all insanely hard to get. Why they will make Army Builders exclusives and not put out a billion of them is beyond me. But I don't want to start ranting on this video. I really like these two figures. They're great additions to the line. The detail and sculpting and everything that went into them is very, very appreciated by, you know, the folks over at Hasbro. I just, you know, the last thing I'll say about it is it shouldn't be this difficult to get them. But anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate, you know, all my subscribers. Thank you for showing interest in the channel. If you have any questions or comments, leave them, and I try to respond to everyone. So thanks again, guys, and we'll see you on the next video.